guys, so I am here to do my update for weeks 23 and 24, and believe it or not, I'm actually doing this on time, for me at least. I've been doing it, I've been trying to do every 2 weeks, but it hasn't been working out so far. So here I am, on time for once. And this time I also have notes, so I wanted to make sure I went over everything that I was thinking about. And I guess I will just start with my my symptoms slash other things that I've taken note of in the past couple weeks. So today I am 25 weeks and 1 day. So in the past couple weeks, I have been noticing that, of course, as I mentioned last time, that I've been getting Braxton Hicks, not like overly getting them like too much, but like I have definitely noticed them. And before I was like, I wonder if it's the Braxton Hick, and now I know what Braxton Hick is for sure. My mood swings are still there. Ask my husband, he will tell you if he's honest. Still have the mood swings, but that's just part of it. I feel like it's gonna come with the territory. I've also noticed that I'm starting to feel more movement above my belly button. So it's not just like lower down. So I really think he is definitely moving up, and my stomach looks higher, I think, as well than it did like a few weeks ago. And I'll show you at the end. Hopefully I don't forget. I'll show you my belly at the end. You can kind of see, but I feel like it's kind of moved up and kind of sticking out like more in the middle. So that's been interesting though. The movements have gotten pretty crazy. I definitely haven't seen like outlines of any body parts or anything from baby, but I can definitely see the movements from the outside, and I'm starting to feel more than just like thumps. I'm definitely feeling like some rolling and the swimming across your stomach feeling. Like it's crazy. I have noticed also just in the last week or two that it's been getting harder to sleep. Up until this point, I haven't really had problems with sleeping. It's really been pretty nice up until this point, but I'm definitely having a harder time getting comfortable as my belly's getting bigger, and also just staying asleep. Obviously having to get up and go to the bathroom doesn't help, but that's not like the main problem I think with my sleeping, but it's just like waking up. I've been waking up around like 3 or 3:30, and then I have a hard time like falling back into a deep sleep, or like I just feel like all night I haven't slept in a deep sleep. It just feels like I've been kind of like half awake. I don't know. It's getting to that point though, and I know it only gets better. My feet have apparently started to swell slightly. I haven't noticed it in my hands, but I came home from work yesterday and I had taken off my socks, which had like foxes on them. They're like embroidered socks. I don't know. That sounds really cheesy, but it's not as cheesy as it sounds. But anyways, they had fox on them. Can't talk. Well, when I first took off my socks, I kind of had a freak out moment. I thought like my feet had broken out into some crazy unknown rash, and I was, the only person that had ever experienced that kind of feeling you get when you see something crazy happening with your body. I was like, what the heck is going on? And then I realized it was like impressions of the fox, the shapes of the foxes on my socks that were on my feet. And I was like, I guess my feet probably swelled today. And I thought about it and I realized I think I did feel something kind of different with my feet, but I wasn't really paying attention or looking for it, so I didn't notice it. And I was like, well, I guess my feet are starting to swell a little bit, but it's nothing like uncomfortably painful or anything. It's just something I need to be careful of and not like overdo it by walking or being on my feet too much. And then there are some symptoms that I have never really discussed, but I have noticed them from pretty early on in my pregnancy. And I thought that what better way than now, since I'm almost halfway done with my pregnancy, than to like document them. So the two that I don't think I've ever mentioned is one, when it comes to cravings and aversions, I haven't really had anything like terrible where, it makes me sick to smell it or to look at it. But one thing that I truly have not liked, nor I don't even want to think about eating, but I didn't have a problem with before pregnancy, is cashews. I would eat every kind of nut there was before, and then like, I don't know if it was because of work or where I had trail mix, but we get trail mix as, they have a lot at work. And anyways, Let's try that again. My computer or my camera turned off. So anyways, I was talking about cashews. So I realized that one day when I was going to have them in a trail mix at work, I just could not stand the smell of them. I didn't want anything to do with them. And I was like, that's really strange. Like, I've never had that before. But apparently that's one thing I do not want during pregnancy is cashews. Random and something so plain, but yeah, definitely not in my cards of wanting to have when I'm pregnant. The other thing, but I know that bleeding gums is a common symptom. I just never talked about it, but I've definitely noticed that as my pregnancy progresses, I've noticed it more. So I'm getting like, my gums are like really sensitive and they bleed really easily, like when I brush my teeth. Not really any other time, but just like when I brush my teeth. So that's really all I had. I just wanted to go over my symptoms since I never really went into them in detail. I'm going to be going to a couple of appointments here in the next tomorrow is my monthly one, and then I have my 30-week scan on May 17th. So I'm excited about those. I get to ask more questions for my doctor. I always have a list of questions to ask her. So if you have any good questions I should ask my doctor around 25 weeks, leave them below. I will love your insight, your options for me to ask her your opinions of what I should ask her. Sorry about that. I cannot talk. But anywho, that's all I have. I will get back with you guys soon, and hopefully, like I say every video, I'll have something to come in between these updates, but if not, you'll see me on my next weekly update, and I will let you know what is new at that time. Bye, guys! And I was just like, oh my god, that's insane! It's the most amazing thing to see and feel.